Alright, everyone, welcome back. I believe this is episode 65 now. So, last episode, I believe we finished up a side quest or two. And in this episode, we're going to be finishing up a really big side quest. So, I believe I chose to fly back here because it was just close by, right? Okay, so now we want to fly back to Agate City for pretty much getting the last of our quests done. This one is going to be quite the journey though, so if we head back to Agate City and head to a house towards the right side of the city. I think I passed it, yeah, okay. It's this one right here up these stairs, I believe. Just save before I go in just to make sure. Ah, yes, this is it. Okay, so if we talk to... let's talk to this guy first. Alright, okay. So I believe, yes, this is something I can skip because I've done it before already, but I'm not actually sure if I want to go ahead and do that. I think I'll hold off for now, but if it turns out... yeah, let's hold off for doing that now. If we talk to this character here... alright, so with this, we can start B's Pokédex side quest. So, as of this point, before taking on Hardy in a battle, we can catch 731 Pokemon. So, and every 100, she'll give you a reward. So, there's one Pokemon you can't actually get, technically, unless you chose it at the start. So, I'll just go off the rewards now, might as well, because this might help you decide whether or not you want to go ahead and do with this. So, for getting 100 Pokemon, you will receive the Galadite, so you can Mega Evolve Galade. At 200 Pokemon, you will receive a Froakie that will either have Power Up Punch or Toxic Spikes as one of its egg moves. At 300 Pokemon, you will receive the TM13 Ice Beam. At 400, you will receive the Scissorite. At 500, you will receive the Electrium Z. At 600, you will receive the Groundium Z. At 700, you will receive the Blazikenite, or Blazikenite, however you pronounce that. And lastly, at 731, you'll receive the Ultra Beast Poipole. So, yeah, so the easiest way to go about this is to use the Magnetic Lure and the Daycare's incubator to help you do this. One thing to also note is that this includes every non-legendary and every non-Ultra Beast Pokemon, but this does include Type Null, Silvally, and Fion. So we already found the Type Null earlier through the Type Null side quest / special encounter, while the Fion that we received can be fished up with a Super Rod at the fake area at the Mirage Tower. So, yeah, pre-pull, or how we pronounce it, I think it counts or not. I'm not sure. I don't think it counts actually. It'll be the 732nd Pokemon you receive once you caught all the other 731. Another thing to note is that there's a way to somewhat bypass catching all 731 by either possessing Poipole either through trade or fishing it in a spoiler area. If you receive this Poipole through that method, aka not through the catching all 731, you only need to increase the number of Pokemon you have obtained to the next 100. So for example, if you have 433 Pokemon right now, then you only need to catch 67 more to the 500 mark, and you receive all the awards above. So that's a little bit pretty cool. So I think here I have an item. Yes, Pokédex collection completion has been detected. Skip Pokédex collection. All rewards will be attained immediately. I'm going to go ahead and say no to that. So, so Bigdra shows you a huge list of methods to obtain Pokemon and how you evolve them and whatnot. So, I'm not going to necessarily record all of this, but yeah, let's just see what I can do for right now. So let's go into my Pokegear, check my Pokedex. Here we go, Pokedex at the top. So I have quite a bit to go through, as you can see. Of course, those blanks are probably legendaries and or evolutions, so let's just head up all the way to the top. Looks like I only caught 255. According to Bigdra, if you've been catching every single new Pokemon that's been made available to you at any point, you'll have at least 500 Pokemon. Alright, so I have Bulbasaur. Alright, so one thing to note that will make this really easy for you is one, you should have a Pokemon that's really good at catching Pokemon. So what I recommend though is one, obtaining a Pokemon and giving it a magnetic lure, like a soul. Let me just find mine, because this will make it easier to find Pokemon that you haven't found before for obvious reasons. One thing to note is that the lowland forms count, so whether you caught a lowland Ninetales or just a regular Ninetales, it does not matter. It will be counted either the same way, so you don't need to catch both versions, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And then one thing else is, let's see. I'm trying to think of, what was I thinking of? For most of these Pokemon in here, excuse me, you want to catch the baby form, in my opinion, because breeding it, you would have to, excuse me, if you were to catch like a Venusaur, for example, you would have to breed to get a Bulbasaur, and then you have to level up that Bulbasaur to get an Ivysaur. So it just means more Pokemon to deal with. It'd just be easier, I think, to have a Bulbasaur and raise it all the way up to a Venusaur, but I mean, it's up to you, really. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through the Pokemon, I guess, in the here. Alright, I think I have my Ditto still in there, actually. Oh, I don't. Alright, let's get my Ditto in here somewhere. Ditto just makes this really easy because gender doesn't really matter, I don't think, except for maybe like 1 or 2 Pokemon. Right, here we go, here's Ditto. Put Blaziken over here. Okay, and if you talk to the man here, oh, excuse me, you wait for an egg, you receive an egg, you hatch said egg, you run, receive your egg, say no, go in your bag, use the next candy once, say no to everything. One thing to know about Charizard, it has 2 Mega Evolutions, so that's definitely a thing to consider. So you can probably run a physical and special set. So with that, you probably just want 2 Charizards, honestly, unless you use the EV items that swap around EVs. That's also a choice too. In my opinion, I think it's just easier to have 2, that way you don't have to fiddle around with that crap. But I don't know, up to you. Okay, that I just realized that was a bit unnecessary to evolve it to a Charizard, but it's whatever. SP candies are as common as all get out, so whatever. So next up is Caterpie. Caterpie. To Metapod and Butterfree, Weedle. I do have a Beedrill. Alright. So let's see. Ooh, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are gonna be interesting. Snorlax, not too bad. So a lot of the friendship evolutions are gonna be the hardest and most painful because you have to use the quickest way to be buy the berries in the department store and just spam use them on a Pokemon and then evolve them. Pokemon that need trait evolutions, you can have them hold the required item if they need one, and then use the link stone on them, so that's not too bad. Friendship, as I said again, you need to make sure, like for Espeon and Umbreon, you don't have any fairy moves, and make sure it's the correct time of day, so that's annoying as well. You can change the time on your clock, your computer clock that is, to manually set the time for those. You need to breed several EVs for that, so hopefully you have that. What else is in here? Hitmon top, attack equals defense. Honestly, I'm not too sure how I managed to do that. I must have done some big brain stuff to do that. What else do we got in here? I mean, the leaf stones are pretty easy. Some Pokemon you will need to breed to get them, according to Bigdra, so go ahead and do that. Shedinja's interesting because you need a Pokeball in an empty party slot. Azurill, you need a sea incense, so you need the incenses for some Pokemon because their baby evolutions aren't necessarily available in the wild, but you do have access to their adult versions, or, you know. Anything else special here? For Pokemon that need electricity to be in an area with electricity to evolve, you need to go over to the power plant and level up them there. For Leafeon, you need to go to Crysolia and that mossy rock. For Glaceon, you need to go to Celestian Mountain on the bottom second floor by the icy rock there. Porygon, same stuff. Some Pokemon like Mamoswine and Yanmega will require Ancient Power to evolve, so you know, go to the movie learner for that. Gallade, you need a male Curlia, so this is one case where gender does matter. So you need to figure that out through the breeder. You can't just use a Ditto. Anything else? Any other special evolutions? Yes, there's one. I think I'll see it soon. There's Slurpuff. No, that's not too hard. Okay, for Malamar, you need to obtain an Inkay, and with Inkay, at level 30, you need to mash B during its evolution, so that's your cancel button. And that way you will get a Malamar. Sylveon requires a fairy move in his moveset to learn. Gudra needs to be in a rainy area to evolve, so I forget what area on the map is it constantly raining. I think for that one though, you can just change the weather. Let me see though, is there any area where it's constantly raining? You can go to Azurine Island and just evolve it there at level 50. The Sliggoo from Gumi to Sliggoo to Gudra. Salazzle, you need a female Slandit, so you need to breed quite a bit. The rate of getting a Slandit that's female is pretty low, so good luck on that. Serena needs to learn a certain move, Stomp to evolve. Sivoli need Friendship is one of the highest friendship requirements, so good luck with that. Just spam berries in my opinion. Lowland Raichu, I believe I evolved it before, but you need a Thunderstone and to be at Apophile Beach to evolve it. So I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory though. Stones, evolution, catching its baby form is ideal, yada yada yada. Alright, so one thing that I encountered, and also I wanted to show all the text that Beast says, because she does say different things. I also found out that I can turn in stuff for the quest and then use a star again, and when I do that I can receive 2 Froakies and 2 Poipole from that, which is kind of broken. I won't be abusing that, of course. There's no real reason for me to anyway, because you have debug mode and you can just breed some of these Pokemon anyway, and you'll be able to get more Poipole or later on. You can actually breed Ultra Beasts, in case you didn't know. So the reason why I wanted to quickly show this here is that you can't actually breed Nidoqueen to get Nidoran, so you actually have to encounter it in the wild. This is the female one, by the way. So to catch female Nidoran, you need to go back to the Bibixian area, specifically the tunnels, and you can encounter one at a 15% chance along with the male version. Of course, I have Nidoking already, so I don't need to worry about that. So yeah, this is just what I wanted to quickly say. As I keep going through this list, I'll probably find more BS that I didn't think about earlier when I was stating, oh, this is what you should take into account. So I'll see you all later. So I learned something new again. So here I have a Politoed and Poliwrath. Of note is the Politoed. So to get a Politoed, you need to evolve a Poliwhirl. So that Poliwhirl needs to be holding a King's Rock, and once you use a Linkstone on it, you will have a Politoed. One thing to note, apparently, is that the King's Rock I had equipped on my Politoed is now gone. So do take that into account. Luckily at this point in the game, or very soon, pretty much, we will be able to purchase King's Rock at, 3k Pokédollars. So if that does concern you, you can hold off if you want, but do note that King's Rock, you can always get another one, basically, is what I'm trying to get at here. Of course, you can always just use debug mode to give yourself one, of course, but I just wanted to note in case that's a worry, and you didn't know that could occur through trade evolutions that require holding certain held items. So, yeah, I just wanted to note that as well. Alright, headed out. Alright, I'm back again to showcase something new again. So here I have a Golbat that I want to evolve into a Crobat, which requires friendship. So there are a couple ways to do this, right? You can win in a battle, walk around with your Pokemon, get points that way, use a Salon. I forgot Salons were a thing for friendship, so you can also use that. And yada yada yada, some other BS there as well. There's some stuff on Pokemon DB, which I'm using to look up evolutions. That also notes some stuff. You can use vitamins, leveling up, holding a Soothe Bell, catching them in a Luxury or Friend Ball, and avoiding fainting in battle, and using certain items like bitter items such as energy roots on them. But the quickest way is to buy berries. We haven't yet unlocked a method that is instant, unfortunately. You could, as I said earlier, save this quest for later when you unlock some more stuff to make this more convenient, but I'm going to just do it now to get it out of the way, and it's most timely. The other way is to get high friendship with a Pokemon. Excuse me, what I'm talking about. The other way is to buy berries here. Each of these berries make Pokemon more friendly, but lower their, EVs in a certain stat. So I've only used them for the EV lowering part, but now I'll be using it for the friendliness part. I don't plan on using this Crobat really, so it does not matter. So most Pokemon that require high friendship require 220 points in it. And these raise a Pokemon's friendship by 10 points each. So if you do the math, you only need about 10. How many does it take? Because if it's by 10... Oh wait, my math is way off. Wait, 220 divided by 10 is 22. Oh my goodness. Glad I realized it now. Alright, if we assume it starts at 0, then you will always need... yeah, you always need at least 22 per. Ooh, that's a pretty penny. You can afford it though. I am smart. Alright. Well, alright, let's go with this. 1, 2. Oh, wait. Alright, it's 22. 22 minimum, I believe. So the hardest Pokemon to evolve actually is types Null, I believe, into Savali. I think it starts at 0 friendship, so it takes quite a while to level up that one, or make that one friendly. Alright, we just keep going until I can't use it. Oh. Well, I am smart. Glad I realized that. Oh, there we go. Yep, 22 berries minimum. Probably all you need. Alright, there you go. That's how you do friendship evolutions quickly. Alright, I'm gonna just keep going down the list, and if there's anything of note, I will mention it, so thank you. Alright guys, here I wanted to showcase something else really quickly, although I kinda did it already, but even if you have a male Salandit, you can breed it with a Ditto to get a female Salandit, because the reason why you need to do this is because if you did the Salandit event earlier, you might have not gotten a female, and you can't exactly find other Salandit in the wild yet. So you're going to be like, oh, how do I get a Salazzle? Because you need a female to evolve. So you can breed one with a Ditto, a male one, to get a female one. One thing to note, on the egg itself, there'll be a little pink dot at the top that signifies that that egg is a female, which is pretty important. It can help you speed up the breeding process. But anyway, once you do that, you can breed yourself a female Salandit, evolve it, and boom, you'll have a Salazzle. So that'll be it for me for now. So back to breeding more Pokemon. What am I at now? I'm at 480. So one thing to note is that I'm deciding to get all the Pokemon I can. I won't actually be able to get 731 because I still need the Froakie from B, but that's alright. I'll get the Froakie, finish it up right then and there on the spot, talk to her again, and boom. Once I do that, there's also the Pokedex, or not the Pokedex quest, the Starter Egg side quest. I'll finish that up at the same time as well. So, I'll be right back. Alright everyone, welcome back. Well, let's say welcome back, but, so like me, if you've been going through the Pokedex, you're gonna come across some evolutions that require trading, requiring hold items. In this case, I have Spritzee here, so you need to evolve it while it's holding a sachet. You can buy a sachet from here in the flower store in the Lapis Ward, just over here. Once you do so, you just use your link stone on it and it'll evolve. So I just wanted to tell you where the sachet is because it's not entirely obvious. What? Oh, I didn't put the sachet on it. So yeah, as I was saying, I think I also want to show my progress. So I'm about over halfway now. 424, so I got about 300 more to go. Says here I'm on to like Jinx and Electabuzz and whatnot. I decided to go through my Pokédex, or not my Pokédex. Well, I am going through my Pokédex, but my Pokemon PC first to evolve the Pokemon that are in there. That way I don't have to like keep doing back and forth, like because that's what I was doing initially, just going back and forth. But it's just easier to start with what you got in your box. Like for instance, here you see that I've got Scyther, but you don't see Scizor listed. That's because its evolution came a lot down later, so its Pokédex entry is a lot later. So it's just easier to go through your box, check what evolutions it has, make sure you evolve them, and if you need to breed for another one, because some Pokemon have split evolutions, you do so. One thing I want to note is that for Tyrogue, it's actually pretty easy to change it so attack and defense are equal. When I receive the Tyrogue, at least in my case, its attack and defense were exactly equal, so I could just immediately evolve it into Hitmontop. You can also just breed the Tyrogue, and you'll probably get a baby Pokemon, a baby Tyrogue that'll have stats that are the exact, or maybe a little bit different based on nature, and from there it's pretty easy to manipulate the attack and defense. You can use, you just like do switch training, when you send it out into battle with holding one of the power items and boost its attack or defense, whatever way you choose, and then just evolve from there. So that one's more interesting because you have to do a little bit more since there's 3 branching evolutions for that one Pokemon. But everything else is pretty simple, so I'm just gonna get back to it now. I hope this was helpful. Okay, I encountered another little hiccup. To evolve Crabominable, if you have its pre-evolution, on Pokemon DB or whatever site you're using, it says you can evolve it either using an Ice Stone or at a certain mountain. Obviously the mountain doesn't work because we're not in Alola, but you can actually use an Ice Stone. So what you can do, I believe, is this is what I did. I just went to Ametrine Mountain right here and leveled it up, and boom, it evolved into Crabominable. So I don't know if other mountains work or if it's just specifically Ametrine Mountain, but it's very easy to just, choose to fly here. So this is pretty much where you would evolve it. So that's about it. Pokédex check, I'm almost at 500, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep going at it. I'll be back. Let's see. Nope, not what I'm talking about. Alright. So I have managed to catch almost all the Pokemon needed. I just need to get the Froakie as a reward, and then I'll be on my way to all the Pokemon. So I'm gonna just quickly show you my box. This is, yeah, pretty insane. I believe, I don't know how many boxes this is. It takes up in total, I think up to 15. So I did end up catching some Pokemon twice, because I should have gone through my own boxes first before going through the Pokédex to see what I was missing. So as you can see, very occupied. There's no excuse really now for me to not have team members per se for certain fights, because, well, I literally have all the Pokemon in the game practically, except for legendaries and the Ultra Beast, of course. So yeah, one interesting note is that if you have a shiny Nincada and then get a Ninjask, that you get a shiny Ninjask and a shiny Ninja from it, which is kind of nice. And then yeah, the fossil Pokemon were kind of annoying, but you can just pay the entrance fee, revive a fossil, leave, come back in, pay the fee again, and the Pokemon will be revived immediately, pretty much. So it's a short little fee. I did use a lot of breeding. Having a Ditto that we got earlier is pretty nice. I don't think we can catch any Dittos yet, so that having a Ditto is very nice for this. Some Pokemon were definitely a pain in the ass to catch. Like Minior, for instance, really annoying. And then some of these Pokemon are event limited, so that can throw a wrench in things, because I don't think you can get them really anywhere else, some of these, so do keep that in mind. Yeah, some Pokemon can be caught in multiple places, so that kind of helps, but some Pokemon are a little bit more annoying for sure, especially like the one-off Pokemon that don't really evolve or anything, that one wouldn't really consider catching. Like, there's nothing here. I guess Wishy-Washy, but this Pokemon's actually kind of decent. Skarmory, yeah, like one person probably wouldn't catch this Pokemon really, because it's okay. Stuff like this. For some reason though, even though I hatched an Nincada or whatever, it still didn't count, so I had to catch another one, which is kind of weird. I'm doing all the evolutions was actually not that bad, just had to breed Eevee multiple times, so not too shabby. Unknown almost had me in a crunch, but then I realized you can just get it in by Bixie and Wasteland, so not too bad. Friendship evolutions, just use the Eevee berries for boosting that. Yeah. Funnily enough, I did not have a Swinub, so I had to breed my own Mamoswine for that, which is kind of funny. Smeargle was kind of awkward to get to. Let's see. Chinchou is kind of annoying. Oh, one really annoying Pokemon is actually Relicanth. This thing, holy, I think it's only encounterable in like one place, which is really kind of sucks. Some of these Pokemon can only be encountered in like one place, which really throws a big wrench in your plans, to say the least. And some Pokemon like, what is it? Well, one example here is Snorunt. You need a female one for Frostlass, but you can just catch a Frostlass directly, so it's like back a few pages, but I did end up doing that, so. And then this Claydol and Boltoy, there you can do the Totem Pole event for it, or you could go all the way to the Sugaline Ruin, which is what I did. There's some other Pokemon I need to catch there, thankfully, so it wasn't that bad of a trip, but oh man, that was kind of annoying, because I didn't have a Ice type to deal with all the Garchomps, because you have to go through that event again. It's like, wow, it's pretty painful if you don't have an Ice type move to just one-shot all the Garchomps that come across. Oh, there's a spell tech here. Also, one thing I noticed from this is that a lot of Pokemon can be holding held items when you catch them. Maybe their rates are increased, but it's kind of nice. I think I found like 5 spell tags through all this, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Oh yeah, here we go. Beautifying Dustox. These are really annoying because if you catch a Wurmple, it's whether it evolves into a Silcoon or a Cascoon is like completely random practically. So it's just easier to catch these two directly, or just catch their pre-evolutions directly too. Don't start at a Wurmple hoping to get like a Dustox when you already have a Beautifly, because that's just not going to work out in your favor probably. Anything else noteworthy? Nothing too crazy, really. Sock and Throw were interesting. I had to go back all to the way to Charis Mountain where you can catch Charmander for. I think that's like the only place. It's kind of annoying. And then Jellicent and Frillish, you have to go into the underwater of Azurine Lake, which is kind of annoying. Because it's not necessarily easy to just go underwater like that, so. Then Chatot was kind of annoying because you had to find a tree to headbutt for that. Then what else? Oh, these two, you have to go all the way back to the Aventurine Woods in that one area to catch them, which is kind of annoying. Lurantis, also annoying because I didn't get his pre-evolution. And then I said Minior, it's only catchable in one place. It's quite a detour to get there, so kind of annoying. So yeah. Cool, fun stuff, but I pretty much have all the Pokemon. And my box is a complete mess, so. But now I have plenty of options to choose from, so I think I would definitely be changing my team pretty quite often from now on. I mean, we still have, what, 2 more gym badges to go, probably more story fights, and Elite 4 plus Champions, so fun stuff. Anyway, I have 1 spot open in my team, so let's just head over to B's house, just up here, and complete this. So, I don't know if the star disappears after I do all this, it probably won't. And if that's the case, I mean, that means I can get 2 Froakie and a Poipole, another Poipole, but I won't be abusing that. So, let's just go ahead and talk to B and get our rewards. Alright, with that we get the Galadite. So, you know, good for Mega Evolving Galilade, which is a decent Mega Evolution. I think there are better ones though. Next up for 200. Yes, as you said, it could help towards our count. As I said earlier, this Rookie can either have Power Up Punch or Toxic Spikes. This is Egg Move. I think Power Up Punch is better, but that's alright. I'm not really interested in this Rookie anyway. I don't think I'll be using it. You can't get Ash Greninja, in case that's a questionable thing. Alright, so we're gonna quickly level it up. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, Froakie is a perfectly fine Pokemon, especially with its hidden ability. I believe Protein, it can change types, so that's always useful. I think it wants to be a special attacker as well, so can definitely serve use on your team. I think you can do a mixed set as well. Here's Water Shuriken, this is a really good move. It definitely wants a special set then. Like a priority multi-hit move. Wow, that's incredible, you know. I'm gonna put it on. Alright. So with that, I am up to 730 Pokemon. So all the Pokemon except the Poipole she'll give to make it 731. Get TM13 Ice Beam. an excellent move that I'll actually be teaching to my Nidoking. So in return, I will get rid of Surf. Yeah, Surf. This gives me better coverage in general, so I already have coverage for, yeah, this should be good. Gonna save there and just continue getting our rewards. There we get a Scissorite, pretty decent. The moveset you would use for a Mega Scizor is a bit different than just the normal Scizor, so do take that into account. Okay, Electrium Z, always nice. Then we get the Ground DMZ, really good. Alright, and with that, we have our pretty much last few. There we get the Blazikenite, excellent. You can keep a normal set for your Blaziken to use with the Blazikenite. Mega Blaziken is just, you know, Blaziken but practically on steroids. It just gets speed boost guaranteed for its ability, but it just gets stronger stats overall, so definitely really good to get from this. Main attraction for that. And last but not least, we have excuse me? Huh? What? I don't think I'm missing one. I can't catch Mewtwo. No way. Alright, I was finally able to figure it out. For some reason, I am missing Chespin here from this starter line. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I think we got an egg. For some reason, when I hatch certain things, it doesn't count as me obtaining it, which is really weird. So I'm gonna have to breed it. So whatever, that's fine, I guess, because I'm gonna have to do that anyway for the egg. Starter egg side quest, because we didn't do that, and I'm gonna do that this episode. So this episode might be a bit on the longer side because of that. Alright, where's this damn thing? That was really annoying to go through that list. I went through it like 3 times. Oh, thank God it's right here. That was painful. Painful. We're almost done. From here on out, though, we won't have to worry too much. Oh, free egg here. I don't know what egg it's for. It doesn't matter though. Oh, it looks like it's a shiny. Oh yeah, it's a shiny, but where? Egg. Alright, whatever. We get Chestnut here. Alright. There we go. Hatch it. Get ourselves a Chespin. There we go. Boom. Yeah, we'll take it back. Nope. Alright, so we just put Chespin in here somewhere. Alright, here we go. Fly back to Agate City. And get her actual last reward. Because now it should be, yes. This is the magic number, seen 734, own 731. Alright, here we go. Save. Talk to B here. There we get Poipole. I'm gonna reset for shiny. Alright, that actually didn't take very long. So, here we go. Alright. Oh, looks like the reward disappeared too. Okay, cool. Here we go. We got Poipole. Dragon Poison. I got a quirky nature on mine. Beast Boost, pretty strong. This also includes on your team as well, I think. Or is that, am I thinking of a different one? No, I'm thinking of something else. Alright, so it's a neutral nature. I believe you get, yes, 3 perfect IVs. Not the best. I would have wanted it in HP, special attack, and speed, but that's whatever. And yeah, to evolve it, I believe you need to teach it Dragon Pulse. Memory serves me correctly. I might actually start... No, I won't use it actually because I already have a poison type on my team. But then again, I could just swap out Nidoking for it. Might not be a bad decision actually. Yeah, I might not. I don't... Yeah. I'll actually do that. Swap out Nidoking for it. Even though I just upgraded, I mean, it'll always be useful. Alright, cool. Alright, well, might as well swap out some other members of my team while I'm at it, because I literally have access to all the Pokemon now. But first off, let me get the starter Pokemon into one box. I'm gonna need to still breed those ones. Fun stuff. Do I have any water type Pokemon? I don't. Alright, I should probably put a water type Pokemon on my team then. Alright, this is an 8 box 16. This is that starter box then. So I'll do this on screen because it's literally like the last thing we're probably going to be doing regarding breeding Pokemon. Alright, Blastoise located. We have our own Blaziken because I think we need to specifically give eggs. If I remember correctly. Yes, you need to give eggs. So, yeah, hatching that Chespin was unlucky, but it was necessary. Necessary cost, considering I can just infinitely breed eggs over and over again anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, Tepig, Meganium, Incineroar, Torterra, Empoleon, Cyndaquil. While I'm going through this, I can also see what water type Pokemon I decide to bring along. I might go with Milotic because I never used one before. Sceptile, Craligator, I think that's it for here. Yes. Primarina, Swampert, Samurott, Decidueye. Yeah, I'm leaning towards my Milotic since I haven't used it before in a playthrough of my own. Oh, almost missing Fernape. Charizard. Oh, I already have a Charizard egg, but I actually want to keep that one since it's shiny. You see it when I pass by it. That's it for this page. Okay. Yeah, there's the shiny egg I was talking about. No other starters are here. Here we go, Chestnut. Superior. It's one of the last starters I picked up, I believe. Blaziken's in my team, so I should have 20 starters when I move them. Alright, let's move him and see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm missing one. Oh, fantastic. I'm gonna have to search up all the starter Pokemon. And go through the list. Alright, so first off we got Bulbasaur, yes. Okay, this is just a really annoying list. Alright, whatever. Alright. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, followed by Totodile, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, then Trico, Swampert, Torchic's in my party, so we leave a blank space there. Turtwig, Chimchar, Empoleon, Pig, Oshawott, Superior. Missing Delphox. There we go. Delphox is my Delphox is shiny. That's why I missed over it. It's being here. Yep, there we go. Yep. All right. That's all of them. Delphox, Froakie, Decidueye. Alright, time to breed all their eggs. Let me see, did I want to use my Lotic? Alright, hold on, I'm actually gonna check all the water type Pokemon. Because I found out that you can actually sort by typing on here, so. This is the one I feel inclined to use. I used Gyarados before. Definitely a strong Pokemon. Definitely worth putting on your team for sure. Sharpedo? I haven't used a Sharpedo before actually, but... Rotom Wash? I already have an electric type. I might swap out my electric type as well though. Yeah, I'm leaning towards using my Lotic for now. Yeah, let's put my Lotic on the team. I think its stats are good. It's a little bit on the slower side, but it has good special. It's good. It's got the beefiness. Good move pool. Not gonna lie though, I'm not the biggest fan of its shiny in this gen. Not gonna lie. Let's get rid of Galvantula. I think Galvantula, it's had a good run, but its stats are definitely beginning to middle out here. Really good thing is its speed and special attack, but there are other electric type Pokemon that have just as noteworthy attacks or stats and stat distribution, so like Jolteon, but I used Jolteon before, so I'm not going to do that. Manectric is a bit middling. Ampharos is too slow for my taste right now. Could just swap out for Rotom. Rotom might be good. I get 2 water type Pokemon, Rotom Wash. Power to change up its type as well could be good. Ooh, wow, there's actually not that many electric Pokemon as I thought there would be. Of course, I could consider a fairy type too. Let's see. Well, let's just put it here for now. Take the item. Where's my Nidoking? Need the item from that. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, my box is terribly sorted. I'll have to go through this like way later to put all the Pokemon that I will actually consider using in one place. I'm not gonna throw out any just yet, because you never know how useful some can be. Let's see. Maybe I can consider another type like Fairy on the team, because I haven't used a Fairy type on my team quite yet. So there is Togekiss. Gardevoir is too slow. I mean, and again, do you want Togekiss or Gardevoir? Psychic Fairy? We have a Fairy type or Psychic on the team, so have as much type diversity as possible. So maybe Togekiss has Flying. I don't have any Flying type Pokemon as well. Ooh, that's probably the best choice then. Yeah, there is Mawile, but I already have Steel type, so I think Togekiss. Whimsicott could be decent. Never mind. It's only good for Prankster and setup, I see. There's Florges. But I don't like the look of that Pokemon, so I might just end up Sylveon. I've used a Sylveon before. Okay, Sylveon's honestly probably the best choice for me, but oh, I've used a Mimikyu before. Mimikyu is kind of a no-brainer, actually. Yeah, let's go with Togekiss. I think having a good mix of a little bit of bulk along with speed is a good idea, so Deep Sea Scale, I'll take that. Alright, so Togekiss is right over here. Shiny is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, though. Alright. Let us fly over and breed all my Pokemon, though, for the starter eggs. So, alright, let's go into here. Box 16. Dump off 5 of my Pokemon. Right here at the bottom. I'll put the eggs in the next box over, because they're going to take up space as well, of course. Alright. Just put these guys in. So this is probably going to cost me around whatever. The money it costs doesn't really matter. I sold off all the items that give me money already, so. Alright, let's go with Venusaur. Egg. Yep. Next one, Blastoise. Alright. Charizard. Oops. Did it back. Next up is for Alligator. Alright, one thing I've learned from this is that you should definitely catch these Pokemon as you go rather than do it all at once like I did, because oh, that was terrible. Ganium. Alright, I got one too many eggs there. It looks like I got a shiny. Shiny what though? Oh, shiny Chikorita. Alright, cool stuff. It's just, I guess we can keep it here, I guess. Alright, box 17. Put these in. It doesn't matter what order you give them and what type. You know, you don't have to give them in generations when you give up the egg, so not too much of an issue. Alright, let's put Typhlosion in. Sceptile. Swampert. Torterra. And Infernape. Typhlosion. Sceptile. really wish my Ditto weren't on the top when asking, but let's make this slightly more annoying because I have to be more careful with my key presses. Fuck. I'd rather redo that all over again because I chose to hatch the eggs. Ah, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Be real careful with these key presses. This one looks shiny. Okay, never mind. It's Cyndaquil, Trico, Swampert. Alright, gonna unfortunately release these three because they're gonna really confuse me. They're in here. Nope. Should release the Turtwig as well. Alright. Okay. Whatever. At least this isn't like the slowest process in the world. Holy. It's like in normal games. Oh man, you'd be biking along, trying to get an egg to come there in the first place. Okay. Oh, I took back my Ditto. Whoops. Let's take back my Sceptile. Alright, let's find my Ditto. Alright. What Pokemon this is? Looks like a Sceptile though. Oh yeah, okay, Swampert egg, right. Alright, boom. Okay. Let's get Polian. Embor. Samurott. Superior. And my Delphox in there. Take my Swampert back. Put Polian in there. Nope. Oh, my Embor's on back. Or the Embor's on top, alright. That's nice. Should. In my last playthrough, I always had the Ditto on top, so I always had to be careful. Okay, wait a minute. I got a shiny. Well, whatever, I don't really care. Embor is a terrible Pokemon anyway, compared to the other fire starters. Even some other fire Pokemon. Oops. Oh wow, I got a shiny Superior or Snivy there. Alright. That's all of them. So next up. Yeah, my Blaziken would be the last one because I'll put in my whole team. Alright, we got Greninja. Decidueye. Oops. Incineroar. Chespin again, or Chestnut I guess, and Primarina. Not gonna lie, it's all literally muscle memory. I don't even know what I'm pressing half the time. Primarina. Alright, there should be 20 different looking eggs in here. I'm glad that Reborn has custom egg sprites because this makes differentiating between them quite easy. Alright, looks like I got a shiny lit in there as well, unlucky. But that's just how it be sometimes. Alright, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 is 18. I'm missing Blaziken there. Alright. We are good to go. Right. Can I move all of them into my party? It'd be really cool. Yeah, you can't. This is unfortunate. Just realized my team. Okay, now it's exactly split in half between physical and non-physical attacks. Or it's physical and special, I should say. Put my Blaziken in there. Alright, here we go. All eggs. Alright. We're going, let me go back. We're gonna have to what's it called? Move out our team members, but that's alright. So now we go back over to the Grand Hall. Man, how long did that take? I wonder. This video is, I have no idea how long it's gonna be. Probably gonna be over an hour long with all this bullshit. Alright. Anyway, if you remember correctly, you head down in here into the Grand Hall. Mosey on over to this area in the center. Head into the starter Pokemon storage room. Here, Kamaya. Alright, so you can give 3 at a time, but obviously you can't just have eggs in your party, so this will be a little rough going for sure. I'm gonna test that. Yeah, you can't do that. Alright, let's put Blaziken in. Might as well have Blaziken always be in my team, you know. Alright. Alright, I guess this is how the game checks. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna assume if you choose the wrong type, it's not gonna work, so. So with it, we get the reset disc for HP. I believe this last one is fire. Alright. Get more eggs. I hate having to move these in individually. And you can tell I have this memorized by how quickly I can do it though. Now let me just save it just in case. Let's go with grass, because I can't remember. With that, we got the reset disc for attack. Nice. Grass. Yeah, Kamaya will occasionally have some comments about the Pokemon you turn in. Okay. Well, I figured out what happens if you choose. Reset disc for def. I'm sure you can see the trend we got going here in terms of what we're gonna get. Alright. Let's just put all water types in here just to keep the pressing the keys aligned. Alright. There we go. Just speed run this. Alright, funny little line there, huh? Special attack. I wonder what that Hoenn reference is in reference to someone in particular. Alright, seems like she particularly dislikes Oshawott. Oh. Alright, so like every other person on the planet, Froakie gets a little bit of... Oh. That's unlucky. Primarina is... I like Primarina a little bit more than other water types actually myself. Alright, let's see. Alright, there's three grass starters here, so I'm gonna get rid of them. If I get rid of them, I mean just donate them, but do these first, followed by Alright, I'll do all the fire types in one go rather than have to go back in the box again. Alright, speed. Alright, and then these last 3 eggs should finish it up. So we're almost done with any and all side quests involving getting Pokemon. Fennekin, yes. Next up here is Litten. Alright. I didn't intend for this, but the last one is going to be Torchic, which is oddly fittingly enough. Then we get TM26 Earthquake, Psychium Z, and Garchompite. Excellent rewards. And with that, we are good to go. So let's just put my team back in. Yep. Here we go. Alright, so with that, I believe... yeah, we are done with this episode. The next thing is Gym Badge the next episode. So yeah, I want to say thank you for watching. This has been quite the difficult thing for me. If I remember correctly, every episode it's about an hour long, so we're on episode 65, but my time is at 76 hours, so that means I'm about 11 hours over, so about 9ish of those hours were spent getting the Pokédex stuff. Probably some other BS in there too, so fun. Anyway, yeah, we're almost done with all of our badges, but do not worry, do not fret. This playthrough is far from over, I can assure you of that. So anyway, without further ado, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope that you were able to follow along, and hopefully you've caught way more Pokemon than I have at this point and did it all. You don't have to do this, but the rewards are worth it, and this is a walkthrough, so I want to, showcase everything. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.